out-of-body experience.
Welcome to the Brothers of Wrestling podcast.
Welcome back to the Brothers of Wrestling podcast with your host Logan and
Hayden.
And today we bring you another episode of Pass the Pen. We've done one episode.
Pass the pen.
What?
I said pass the pen.
Yes, Pass the Pen. We have done one episode before on this where basically we just give each other different scenarios, real life scenarios, storylines that are currently going on in the world of wrestling, and we try to fantasy book where we think they're going to go in the future. And so we are going to be booking the Clash in Italy storylines that are going on right now. So, Hayde, let's get started.
Okay. So I'll give you first go. I'll give you a choice. There's going to be, so we know the card. We have Tribal Combat for the, the World Heavyweight Champion.
Yep.
Roman Reigns versus Jacob Fatu. We've got Undisputed WWE Championship, Cody Rhodes versus Gunther. We've got, what is Rhea? Is she women's?
Just regular
World?
women's, yep.
WWE Women's. So she's WWE Women's. Rhea versus Jade. And then we have Brock versus Oba 2. So I'll let you choose. Which one would you like to attack first?
I want to take on Roman Jacob.
Okay. Take it. Take it away.
All right, so let's start at, obviously, Clash in Italy. I think that Jacob Fatu is going to win this match.
Okay.
Jacob Fatu becomes World Heavyweight Champion and Tribal Chief. So we have...
Okay.
So we...
That's a shock.
What?
I said that's a shock.
Well, it's for Tribal Combat, so...
Well, no, I know. I'm just saying I'm shocked that you
Yeah.
think he's going to win.
So Jacob Fatu wins the World Championship and becomes Tribal Chief. Roman Reigns realizes that he's screwed up. He shouldn't have taken the match. He retreats into the shadows and has to regroup and rebuild himself. And now we're left on Monday Night Raw with Jacob as the world champion, kind of like a not like a tyrant, but he's controlling the Usos because now he's in charge. And he got everything he wanted. He wanted the power, he wanted the money, he wanted the kids in the better schools. He's got all that now. He's going to get the world title paychecks. So he's controlling the Usos, but we know the Usos are not, they're falling in line, but they're not willingly falling in line. They kind of just do it so they don't get beat up, basically.
Yeah.
And so we go Monday Night Raw after Monday Night Raw, where Jacob's just kind of like a tyrannical ruler controlling the Usos and beating up whoever his next rival is. Let's say Finn Balor goes after Jacob, challenges Jacob, and then it's Finn versus Jacob for the next couple of weeks and months headed into the summer.
Okay.
And then we get to the Raw, a couple Raws before SummerSlam. And we've got ourselves still world champion Jacob Fatu. Unfortunately, Finn Balor did not beat him. So we got world champion Jacob Fatu with the Usos. And we've got a returning Roman Reigns. He makes his return. He's rebuilt himself. He realized that he needed to go away and figure out how to beat Jacob. And the only way to do that was to bring in a man of his own, a psycho of his own. And we get the debut of Zilla Fatu.
Okay, I see what you're doing.
Zilla Fatu debuts alongside Roman Reigns. Roman brought some backup, and the Usos turn on Jacob, and they double super kick him, stereo super kick. So now it's 4-on-1 trying to take down this Goliath, Jacob Fatu. And so we get to SummerSlam, Jacob Fatu, Roman Reigns with Zilla Fatu and the Usos by Roman's side. And it's just it's a crazy match, and it's like just bloody and just vicious, destructive everywhere. It's probably unsanctioned, maybe just some sort of no disqualification, obviously.
Yeah.
Maybe even a steel cage if we want to go crazy like that.
All right.
And we get to the end. Roman puts Jacob in the guillotine, and he chokes the life out of him and forces Jacob to acknowledge him. Forces him. And Roman gets the world title back.
Nice.
And Jacob falls in line
I like
after
that. I like that. I can see that happening.
All right, which one did you want to do?
Let's see. I think I'll do Cody Gunther.
Cody Gunther.
I'll
All
take
right.
Gunther, world title. All right, so we're going into this match. You got Cody who's kind of in that weird spot right now
Very weird spot.
where he's doing the heel things while still being a face and playing two sides of the fence, all that
He
kind of
capitalized
stuff.
on
And
Sami Zayn to get on SmackDown.
yep, capitalized again. And speaking of Sami Zayn, I think we're going into this match, and I don't think this match is ending clean at all.
I don't either.
There's going to be some sort of interference during this match. Somebody's going to get uh, messed up, come out and mess it up. I think I have two options in mind. One would be Sammy
Hmm.
coming out and screwing
That's the
something
obvious
up.
one. Yep.
And the other option I can see is Orton returning.
Yeah, that's the hopeful one.
And that's the one I'm hoping for. So in my scenario for this past the pen, I'm going to go with that. I'm going to have Orton come out. Cody either goes, hits Crossroads on Gunther. It looks like he's going to finish it off. Orton comes out, hits the
Hmm.
RKO, lays him out. Then we move into Night of Champions. And I can see at that one, if we're going off of your past the pen, where you got Roman and
Hmm.
Jacob, then if they're ended up doing, which I don't know, they haven't said, I don't think, if they're ending up doing King and Queen of the Ring again
I
this
would
year,
think that they're gonna, but they haven't said yet.
then I would assume they're going to have the King of the Ring be against Cody at SummerSlam.
Hmm.
So I would assume if it was me that it could end up being a match where maybe we come down to Sammy and Orton.
Ooh.
And because Sammy's a heel playing defense like he's a
Hmm.
face. So I could totally see him having a match with Orton. Ends up coming up short again. Orton wins. And then we get at SummerSlam, we get Cody Orton. And I think Orton finally puts it away.
Nice.
Picks up 15 and walks out of there with the championship going into the fall to see where we end up going with him after that. And I'm sure they'll continue the Orton and Cody feud after that.
Hmm.
Um, maybe even throw in a cell match, something like that there at some point. Um, so that would be my
All
guess
right.
of where we're going to go there. So that would be what my ideal thought would be for that one. So, all right, now you can pick. Do you want to do women's championship or you want to do Oba and Brock?
I think there's only one way to go.
Of
I'm
course,
doing the ruler.
I figured.
Oba and Brock. So we had the shocking return, the unretirement, or so we think. Paul Heyman still was very little. He was cheeky about if he was retired
Mm-hmm.
or unretired. So Brock
Mm-hmm.
Lesnar comes back, takes out Oba, hits like I think four F5s on him on Monday Night Raw, and so obviously Oba's not going to take that standing down. He's not going to just he's gonna go right back after Brock. So
Yep.
Heyman gave the contract to sign, and so Oba completely just doesn't even read it, just signs it, ready to go to Clash in Italy, and we get Brock Lesnar beating Oba Femi, not squashing him, but beats him. Oba gets some moves in, but Brock kicks out and Brock hits
Okay.
like four or five, maybe even six F5s, maybe one on the concrete on the outside,
Ouch.
something to take down Oba. And Brock ends up beating Oba at Clash in Italy. Crowd goes crazy. They're losing their minds, booing. You got the ultimate heel now. And so we get on Monday Night Raw. Brock Lesnar and Heyman come out, and they're gloating. You know how Heyman likes to gloat. And he goes on the mic and he
Mm-hmm.
says Brock Lesnar, and he goes and he says he's the ruler now. He's taking all Oba stuff. But then the music hits, the lights drop, the green pops out, and Oba comes down. But he's not doing the Oba walk. He's coming
Oh,
down, and
okay.
he comes down right in that ring and obliterates Brock Lesnar. And they just have a big time. This is Godzilla and King Kong fighting
Mm-hmm.
in the streets of Hong Kong. They're going crazy. And so they end up getting separated after a lot of chaos, and we get to eventually after a couple more Raws of interactions, maybe Brock shows up on satellite. I always like when they used to do satellite things. They don't really do
Mm-hmm.
that much anymore.
We don't. Yeah.
But Brock shows up on satellite because he didn't he says that he had something better to do, like hunting some moose or something, but he was scared of Oba.
Okay.
And so we go through a couple more Raws where no interactions happen. They just kind of have like maybe a promo battle here and there. And then we get to what'd you say it was Night of Champions or something? That's the next pay-per-view.
Night Champions is Night Champions is before. I don't know if it's Night or Clash.
I don't think it's Clash of
Anyway,
Champions.
whatever it is,
Yeah.
it's before
So
SummerSlam.
I don't think Oba. I don't think they would use that for Oba Brock. I think they're gonna wait for SummerSlam for that. So we get nothing there. Maybe we have like a backstage segment with Oba and Danhausen or something.
There you go.
And then we keep these guys away from each other. You got to build up this suspense. You can't have them fight every Sunday. You did that on the path to WrestleMania, so you can't have them do the same thing on the build to SummerSlam. And then on the final Raw before SummerSlam, Brock Lesnar returns and he just takes Oba out, but he doesn't take him all the way out. Oba gets the upper hand on him at the end, and they have a pull apart brawl again to end their to build to SummerSlam. And then we get to it, Minnesota 2-night SummerSlam, Brock Lesnar's hometown versus Oba Femi, and it's just, I
Okay.
mean, it's a clash of the Titans, and in the end, after a crazy match of big move after big move, F5s, multiple F5s, you got some suplexes even, you got some falls from grace, nothing's beating either of them, and then eventually you get Oba Femi hitting a fall from grace on the steel steps,
Oh,
and it beats Brock Lesnar. And then Brock retires officially.
okay. So you're ending the beast.
And in the Beast officially. He already did that technically at WrestleMania, but now it's got to do it again.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
at one point on the build up, Oba says, "I did it once, I'll do it again."
Oh, there you go. Okay. So that means I get the WWE Women's Championship. And it's kind of been lackluster since WrestleMania.
Yeah, you could say
There
that. Yeah,
hasn't been much going on with either women's title. It's kind of
yeah.
sad.
We don't even know what Liv's doing really.
And I think a lot of that had to do with Stephanie's injury.
Definitely.
I don't think
Yeah.
that helped the situation there on the Raw side. So, but for the SmackDown side, we're getting Jade and Rhea 1-on-1. Now we just found out at Saturday night's main event that Jade won the 6-man or 6-women tag, and she pinned Rhea in the match.
Ooh,
So pins Rhea, uh, takes her out,
makes sense.
and then we go into um, Clash in Italy. So we'll go into that. Jay's got all the momentum, but I think Rhea's going to squeak it out. I think the group's going to come out, but I think Rhea somehow is going to pull out the win.
Hmm.
But I could see it being on like some kind of like roll up or something, not a huge like definitive pinfall or something like that. So you get that happening. Maybe we move into. I would assume that Rhea's going to get whoever wins Queen of the Ring if they end up doing that again.
I would
this
think
year.
that they would challenge Rhea and not Liv.
I would think it would go to Rhea. So I think Jade's going to be out of the picture, but I think she'll get one more match in some kind of like finale match, a street fight, a steel cage.
Yeah, something to end
I
that.
think
Yeah.
it's something to end that feud for now because I could see Jade going into something with the tag team angle, um, with Charlotte and Alexa, um, something like that, or going after Paige and Brie
Okay.
with her new team, to kind of keep her out of the big main event scene for now. So I could see him bringing someone through, and there's a few names. If I'm going to go somewhere different, there's a few names I think that have been kind of stepping up lately, and I think one of them is this group that's going on right now with Tiffany, Chelsea, and
Ah,
Blake.
we don't even know if they're really a group yet.
Yeah, so I could see something where maybe I don't know if it would be Tiffany or Blake, maybe even Chelsea somehow ends up winning Queen of the Ring
That'd be
with
funny.
their help, and then she ends up going to
That'd
fight
be perfect for
Rhea,
Chelsea to be Queen of the Ring.
and then I don't know if I would think Rhea would win that match
Yeah, definitely.
unless there's
Yeah.
some huge interference and they wanted that shock
They're not going
value,
to put the title. They already did that with the U.S. title.
but
They're not going to do it with the WWE title.
but I could see them going to build up the new character,
Hmm.
or not new character, but new Chelsea, especially because I'm wondering if because she got hurt and she had that
Yep.
surgery, and then there was all that controversy with her last year about what Michael Hayes
Oh,
said
right
about
on
her
Unreal.
and
Yeah.
all that stuff,
How
and
she's not a main event player.
yeah, so it wouldn't shock me if she forms this new group, and not that she's the leader, but it's kind of a group that's like all three of them kind of work together.
Hmm.
Like not like the Jade group where Jade's
Yeah,
obviously the leader
obviously,
and
yeah.
they're just with her. This could be like a group where they're all kind of doing
Yeah, they're all kind of the
their
same
they're
level
doing
of
solo things, but then they're also
yeah,
helping each
they're all
other.
kind of the same level of
Yeah.
star power.
So I can see that we're somewhere where Chelsea ends up winning Queen of the Ring, and we get Chelsea Rhea, and then shenanigans happen, and Chelsea shocks the world
That'd be pretty awesome.
and gets the win, and then they kind of can go like, remember when this happened on Unreal? Well, we made up for it here, and give her the world title. She's the queen. She can go into that character too
Oh
if
yeah,
she
that'd be a
wanted
perfect
to.
character for
She was already doing like that, the U.S. president
her.
gimmick
Hmm.
when she was a U.S. champion. So now you can go into the queen gimmick.
That'd be fantastic.
And that's kind of what this group would be because Tiffany kind of does that Barbie style she does,
Hmm.
and Blake's the glamour. So that if she's the queen, you kind of
I
got
think it would
all that
work.
kind
Yeah,
of goes
they're all
together.
different versions of Barbie.
And then you can have them all like have uh, Chelsea be the champ, Tiffany still has her title, and then Blake's the newbie who's kind of helping them out.
I mean, if Piper Niven comes back, team up with Blake.
Yeah, you could do that too. If she ever comes back, or but I think that'd be a cool way to go, and to get the title off Rhea. Because Rhea doesn't really need the title. She could have great feuds without having to have the
Yeah,
title on
yeah.
her. But also, she could be that piece that's like the counterculture piece to go against like this glamour group.
Hmm. The blonde white woman.
That she'd fit perfectly into that character to go against this group of
Except for Chelsea's not blonde, but
females. So no, but she doesn't have to be.
yeah,
She's got that preppy, like I'm better than you
yes,
gimmick
yeah.
going anyway. So that's kind of what I would think.
Okay,
And I think that would give you the huge
I
surprise.
like the surprise. Yeah,
It would give you'd make a new main event superstar, and you'd put this group at the top of SmackDown now.
hmm
And you could even have a thing maybe where you end up. I mean, I don't know if they're end up doing a draft this year, but somehow get Io over
they'll probably
there
do something like that.
to have her kind of come back with Rhea to take them out.
Do you so
Um,
obviously their heels going against Rhea as the face, right?
yeah, oh
Yeah,
yeah, they're
yeah.
obviously heels. Yes, that group I don't think would work
Probably not. I mean, maybe there's a
as
way it could work as
faces.
a face, but it'd have to be a heel
You'd
first
have
and
to
then turn
you'd
him
have to find you'd have to find the right heels to put them against.
like
So
Fatal Influence.
yeah, but I see them being like a beautiful people style group
Yeah, I could definitely
in
see that. Yeah,
TNA.
I like it. I
So
like the
where
shock
they
value
kind
of
of play
Chelsea
that
winning the
gimmick.
title.
And I think that shock value of her winning at SummerSlam would be huge and would be a big time moment. And like SummerSlam, if we're already looking at it, your two world title matches are probably going to be humongous. You're probably going to have a huge match with Brock and Oba of some sort. Um, it's probably good to not have like a huge match for the women's.
You do got 2 nights though.
Somewhere, but you can also play off that surprise of like, oh, we thought this was just going to be some kind of
Yeah,
squash, and then Chelsea ends up pulling out the win anyway. Um, but if that doesn't happen, I'd also like to see Chelsea be the Money in the Bank winner this year.
ooh, I think
That
my
was
pick's
my other thought
Roxanne,
for
but
her. Yeah, that was my other thought for her. But
okay,
we'll see. But for now, I think I'll go that way.
I like it.
Uh, her ended up with the women's title after SummerSlam.
All right, I think those are pretty good past the pen storylines that we created right there.
That'd be a pretty epic SummerSlam. We'll see that.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's been another episode of Past the Pen. We hope you enjoyed. If you were following along and maybe give your Past the Pen ideas for storylines in the comments down below of either YouTube or of Spotify. And follow us on Facebook and Twitter, Brothers of Wrestling, TikTok, Brothers of Wrestling. And we will see you in the next one.
Peace.